Okay, sorry that other video had to end sooner, but found I had to delete some apps and photos. So we're gonna do this again. So we're gonna end with a double knot. I kind of like to stretch it a little bit. Got to hold on to it really good so you don't lose it. Kind of hard tying that knot one-handed. And then pull it really tight. I actually like to do it just one more time, just to make sure. Oh, the one thing that I did forget to bring over here, but I'll tell you right now. Get some top coat, some clear fingernail polish, and you're going to put it right on this knot. In fact, I just noticed I forgot to put another gold bead right there. Oh well, I am not going to undo this knot just to put a gold bead, but put just a drop of the clear nail polish right there, and then trim this elastic off about down to 1/4 of an inch down. You're going to make the baby bracelet pretty much, you know, the same exact way. We put the charms on. I'll show you how to do the charms. Get the split ring. They're fairly easy to open up. Then put the charm on here. And then I just find a spot, doesn't matter where on the bracelet, and then close it up. Very easy to do. Now we only put the charms on the mom's bracelet and then the dad's keychain. We do not put them on the baby bracelet. So that's done with the mom's bracelet. Now to show you, like I say, the baby bracelet, I'm not going to take the time to do it because you pretty much make it the same way as the mom's bracelet, just a lot smaller. And as you can see, I've chosen some smaller white beads that I'm going to use for the baby bracelet. But I really wanted to get into how to make the key chains for the dads. As you can see, I've got two different kinds of head pins. Well, I've got a head pin and I've got an eye pin. I actually prefer the eye pins better because with the eye pin, you can put the charm on the bottom. So you open this up, put the charm inside, and you can put that charm right in that eye pin part. And then you can go ahead and do this design on here. But if all you have are the head pins, then you'll go ahead and do your design. And when you go to turn this over and make the loop, you'll put the head pin at the top. And I'll show you that in just a minute. I'm going to leave this right here just so you can see how that is. And I'll go ahead and design this to explain. I'll hurry and put these beads on. Just remember to do these exactly like the design on the bracelets. This, I think, is probably the hardest part for everybody, is how to do the keychains. Now, if the eye pins, if they are really thin, I would leave probably about 3/4 of an inch from the edge, and I'll show you why when I do another one of these, because there's two different ways you're going to have to do this, because these are very flimsy compared to these head pins, and we want them to be able to stay. Oops, lost one in there. Let's see, I can get one more set. So let's grab another one and another gold. Okay, so I've got just a little bit over a 1/2 inch, which is great. Okay, then I'm going to take this tool. As you can see, these are rounded. I take the tip and I'm going to bend it this way. And then I'm going to go up here for the bigger part, and I'm going to slowly start to turn it. And as you can see, it starts to make it around. I'm going to bring that key ring over here, and then I'm going to bend this part clear back over to where this reaches the part. So you can see right there, it reaches the end. And then at that point, that's where I would put, I'll show you with this one. Since that hole is really big, that's where I would put, let me open this up a little bit more. That's where I would put the charm. And this is only if you're using the regular head pins, because I don't want to have this up here on the keychain. It might get lost off the keychain. So that's where I'd put it if this is a regular head pin. Now the eye pins, I'll show you the difference with these. I'm going to go ahead and use these that I've already pulled out for the baby to kind of show you how to do these, since this is definitely a lot more flimsy. But for me, they're easier to bend. If any of you have heard of wire wrapping, that's why we're going to end this one a little bit sooner. See, one more. Okay, so as you can see, I've left this a lot more room on here. So we're going to bend it over. And same thing, I'm going to turn this around just a little bit. And I forgot my keyring, but I'll just put it on here. I'll take it off later. I want to be able to bend. Yeah, it's going to move all over the place for a minute. Bend this over. But I also want to pick up this kind of tool, because I want to do a little bit of wire wrapping. I'm not the greatest at this, but I don't want this to come off either. So I'm going to use this. Like I say, I'm not real great at the wire wrapping. I want to be able to take this and twist it around if I can. Some of these wires are a little bit easier than others. This one's just a little bit thicker. I have some silver ones that are a lot thinner than this one that would wrap around. But the whole idea is to take this wire, it's kind of hard, and wrap it around this other wire. It's slowly going. But you can kind of see it started to wrap around that wire a little bit. So I don't know how well you can see that in the camera, but that's wrapped around it, and it will keep it a lot more stable to have a wire wrapped around instead of just folding over, since that wire is a lot thinner than the head pin is. And then it would have that charm at the very end of this eye pin. But that's how you do those. And then I would just make that smaller one. And that's how you do the jewelry. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, you can always email us at myangelbabyproject@gmail.com and just put in the subject line question on the jewelry, and I will try to get on there and answer your questions. Thanks for watching.